Hello again, this is Bruce with Big Fish Software, and I want to show you how to use the new import-export feature that is available in version 1.1 of the Workouts X app. Of course, if you've been using the app for a while, you already know that we have some nice features to share databases between different coaches or different devices that you may own. That's done from the settings screen. And going to the database option, what I can do to easily share databases is I can set up a shared Dropbox account, probably the easiest way to do it, and allow different coaches or multiple devices that I own to hook up to that Dropbox account. And that has some nice features that you can easily merge and synchronize and keep changes made on different devices by different coaches or just by yourself on different devices. That has some really nice features for that, but you're sharing your entire database and you may not want to do that all the time. Import-export is a really nice way to be able to share some of your data, but not everything. You might want to send workouts that you've done that you're particularly proud of to other coaches so they can pull them in and take a look at them in the app, maybe even run them. Or maybe even you want to send a workout to one of your swimmers that misses a workout. They're going to do it on their own. You can easily export a workout and they can pull it in and use all the features of the app like the pace clock and things to run their workout. So just a couple ideas on how you can use or what you might want to use the import-export features for. So let me show you how to do it. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to export the data. There's two ways that we can do that. If I want to just export a single workout, easiest way is to select that workout and go to the workouts or the report option at the top of the screen, and we'll click on that, and that will give me this new export option. Okay, and that choosing the export option will allow me to save just this single workout. However, I may want to export multiple workouts at a time. So the way to do that is off of the main screen, we use the select menu. I can multi-select which workouts I want to export. And then the report icon down at the bottom of the screen, once I've selected those workouts, I choose that, and now I have a new export option. Okay, so exporting the file will create the file, but it needs to know where to send it. Now, this sheet here that comes up will depend or will have different information depending on the apps that you have installed on your device. If your device can send emails and you have an email account configured, you'll have an email option, and that's probably the easiest way to send a workout to other people. Since this is a simulator, I don't have that option here. So I'm going to use the Save to Files option. We click on that, and that gives me this dialog here that lets me choose the location of this export. I can save it to my phone, or I may have other options here depending on what is configured for this device. You may have Dropbox, you may have some other places that you can save files. This one actually has iCloud Drive set up to be able to save files, but I'm just going to save it to my phone for purposes of demonstration. Also, a feature of this app is that I can select the file name here and rename the document if I want. I'm going to stick with that name, and we're just going to save that to my iPhone. So the save is done. And next we're going to look at how to import that back in by another coach. So to simulate that, what I'm going to do is just go over to my database tab here, and I'm going to create an empty database called demo. So what that's done is it's gone through and basically I have a blank database. I don't have any workouts in it. I don't have any test sets. I don't have any athletes. Completely blank database. The only thing that this has in it is this will have some default values for stroke, for work, for modifier, and for energy. Okay, so we get default values for those, so you don't have to set those up if you were doing an empty database. So now I'm ready to import the workout. So another coach or my swimmer has the app installed, and we're just going to close out of the app. Now, once again, depending on how you're sharing the file with the coach, will depend on, we'll change this next step a little bit. If you had an email, if they got an email, they would open up the email and they would click on the file in the attachment, and that will open up the app and allow them to import. Since I don't have an email and I saved it to this Files app, let me just talk about Files app. This Files app is a native app that comes with iOS, and it can show up in different places. If you have an iPad, it might show up down in here in the bottom. You might not find an icon for it. You might have to search for it. But anyways, this Files app is a convenient way to be able to share files between different sources. So when I open up the Files app, I'll see that I have access to different locations that I could have saved files. And we just saved this on my phone. So I'm going to click on my phone, and there's the file that I saved. Now, what we have to do to import that into the app is we have to actually share it back to the app. So I'm going to click on this and hold it for a second. And I see there's a share option down here. So we'll click on the share option. And once again, depending on what apps are installed, this may look quite a bit different on where you can share this app to. So you may have to scroll a little bit left and right, and you want to find this Copy to Workouts X. When I select that, it's going to open up the Workouts X app, and it's going to ask me if I want to import the workouts. It's also telling me that when I import these workouts from another database, if those workouts had sets that reference stroke, work, modifier, or energy codes that are not in my current database, it's going to create them for me. So it's just a little warning, and to make sure that this is what you intend. So I'm going to click yes. We want to import those workouts. And that did that very quickly. And here you see the 3 workouts that I have. Now, if I go back to look at the strokes, for example, you see that before I only had the 4 standard back breast fly free. But now, by importing these workouts, it added a number of other strokes that those workouts referenced. Okay, so those are added automatically for you, but this is one of the drawbacks of importing, is that if you're pulling in stuff from another coach, they may have terminology that's a little bit different than yours, so just keep that in mind. Same thing with work, modifiers, and energy. So let's go back to the main screen here. And so we see that we have the 3 workouts that were exported, and it puts those into an imported kind of season. It's not a real season, it's just for any files that are imported, it sticks them in here. And the reason it does that is because we don't want to try to figure out where they should be, where they should go for the coach or the person that imports them. So we stick them in imported, and then they can figure out what they want to do with it. So if I click on one of these things, you'll see that I have the workout here, and I have all the features. I can create a PDF, I can run the pace clock and all that stuff. I can also, if I try to edit this though, it's going to tell me that it's an imported workout, and you cannot edit an imported workout. So what we've done is, if you want to be able to take these imported workouts and put them into your own test plans, you need to copy them. Okay, so I'm going to right swipe on this and choose the copy option. Now, because this was a brand new database and I didn't have a season set up, it's going to require me to create a season. And we'll just do July 2020 as our season. And now that I have a season set up, I can actually complete the copy. So I choose that copy again, and let's say we're gonna run this workout on the 17th, and it's gonna be at 8:40 a.m. Oops, went a little bit too far. And then the other things you can do is, when you're copying this thing, you can create a group or a subgroup to associate it with. The groups and subgroups are not imported. It does not assume that the person importing these things are going to have the same group and subgroup with you. Now, you notice that I have this workout here that's in the July 2020 season. I can go back and I can delete it from this imported season, since I've already copied it over into something that I want. So that is importing workouts. And once again, this, as long as you have imported workouts, this imported season, if you will stay up there. To get rid of that, all I have to do is delete my imported workouts, and that will go away. So hopefully that is a pretty good description of how you use the import-export feature. As always, if you have any questions, shoot me an email at bigfishsoftware@gmail.com. Thanks.